Monkey on Trial by Karen Bradley Cain. Cast: John T. Scopes, high school teacher; William Jennings Bryan and Attorney General A.T. Stewart, prosecuting attorneys; Clarence Darrow, defense attorney; John Ralston, judge; Howard Morgan, 14-year-old witness; jurors, reporters, and courtroom observers. Setting: the stage is set to look like a courtroom, with the judge at his bench and witnesses seated next to him as they are called up one by one. Jurors, reporters, and observers sit to another side. Some observers carry toy monkeys and signs reading, "They can't make a monkey out of me." Scene 1. Stewart questions Howard. "Did you study this book, General Science?" "Yes, sir." "How did Professor Scopes teach that book to you?" "Well, sometimes he would ask us questions, and then he would lecture to us on different subjects in the book." "Did he ever undertake to teach you anything about evolution?" "Yes, sir." Just state in your own words, Howard, what he taught you. "He said that the earth was once a hot molten mass, too hot for plant or animal life to exist upon it. In the sea, the earth cooled off, and there was a little germ of one-cell organism formed. And this organism kept evolving until it got to be a pretty good-sized animal, and then came on to be a land animal, and it kept on evolving, and from this was man." "How did he classify man with reference to other animals?" "Well, the book and he both classified man along with cats and dogs, cows, horses, monkeys, lions, horses, and all that." Stewart sits. Darrow rises. "Now, Howard, what do you mean by classify?" "Well, it means classify these animals we mentioned, that men were just the same as them. In other words..." "He didn't say a cat was the same as a man?" "No, sir. He said man had a reasoning power that these animals did not." "There is some doubt about that, but that is what he said. Is it?" Laughter in the courtroom. "Order!" "Now, he said the earth was once a molten mass of liquid, and that the first life was in the sea, and that it developed into life on the land, and finally into the highest organism, which is known as man." "Yes, sir." "It has not hurt you any, has it?" "No, sir." Scene 3. Scopes stands before the judge. "Mr. Scopes, the jury has found you guilty, in violation of what is commonly known as the anti-evolution statute, which makes it unlawful for any teacher to teach any theory that denies the story of the divine creation of man. The court now fixes your fine at $100. Your Honor, I feel that I have been convicted of violating an unjust statute. I will continue in the future, as I have in the past, to oppose this law in any way I can. Any other action would be in violation of my ideal of academic freedom, that is, to teach the truth as guaranteed in our Constitution of personal and religious freedom." Aftermath. The Scopes trial attracted a lot of attention, but did little to settle the evolution versus creationism controversy. Although the Tennessee Supreme Court later overturned Scopes' conviction because the judge, not the jury, fixed his fine, the anti-evolution law stayed in effect for 40 more years. In 1968, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that states could not ban the teaching of evolution. Yet lawmakers continue to debate what public schools should and should not tell students about the origin of man.